everybody loved the bop era. Everybody missed the dance. Everybody missed 2014 in general.
Right.
But the thing is, everybody stopped it, and they all putting the blame on one person because of that.
And who was that one person?
Lud Foe. And they saying when Lud Foe came out, he made everybody switch from bopping to drill. Do you agree with that statement that his influence is so big it can turn the entire west side of Chicago to going from one lane to another?
I ain't gonna lie, that low key. Let me see. Because when Sosa came out before Lud Foe.
Yeah.
So when Sosa started coming out, like, don't get me wrong, motherfuckers started to fade away from the bopping shit too. So it's like, okay, I can see when he came in it, why motherfucker like went drill.
Yeah, but that's solely for the west side though, because when Sosa came out, niggas was still coming with bop. Like Sosa blew up 2012, the bop era blew up 2014, 2015, 2016. And apparently it stopped by the time it reached 2018. Because that's when Lud Foe really blew up, and then now got the world in the Outwest in a chokehold. But it's like, you tell me one man can come out with one song and that can turn these bop rappers into drill rappers. Like, come on.
Yeah, that's but he probably did. I don't know.
All right, then with that being said, would you say Lud Foe's influence on the west side of Chicago is not necessarily the exact same, but it's just as influential as Chief Keef's influence on drill to the whole world?
Hold on.
Okay, Lud Foe. He blew up. He blew up, and he's a Chicago representative for the West Side of Chicago. And his influence is heavy on the West Side. Sosa, he's a drill rapper from out south, but his influence is heavy on the world. When I talked to Outwest artists, they were saying Lud Foe's influence was heavy for them and everybody else from that same side of the city. So I'm asking, would you say that?
Hold on, Bink.
Would you say that Lud Foe's influence on the west side is similar to how Chief Keef's influence is to the rest of the world?
Nah, honestly, like you can't even I don't know, you can't even really compare that impact, because like that was like his impact was like, don't get me wrong, Lud Foe's impact legendary too, but Sosa impact was like,
okay, that was global.
That was that like, okay, he kicked that shit off. Like when I say he changed the lot of way of motherfuckers thinking and the rapping shit, like a lot of like he changed the game for sure.
All right, let me put it like this. Let me put it like this then. When Sosa started rapping and blew up, everybody wanted to be like Sosa. Everybody from out west, for what they saying, wanted to be like him. That's why I was asking about the comparison for, because Lud Foe can never like. I'm not gonna say his influence was as global as Sosa. I can't say that. I'm pretty sure he would say that. But for what's been said from the west side, his influence is like that much, but is on that up to that scale, you know. So that's what I was asking from your perspective. But you don't rap like folk. You got your own sound, literally. Which is why I want to ask you, what stopped you from coming out with music similar to Lud Foe's?
Shit, what stopped me
from rapping like that? Because you rap your own. You don't like, you're not a drill artist. Like that I can say. Like you just an actual artist, you know. Because
I never wanted to sound like no motherfucker. You feel me? And I just always wanted to just be that one person that just stand out differently from the next person. So if I came out sounding exactly like him, I wouldn't have got the recognition that I got when I got it. So I'm like, shit, I ain't never think to rap like nobody else. I always wanted to be my own man.
For sure. And I ain't gonna lie, I think the reason why a lot of rappers is able to have steady and flowing careers is because a lot of people sound like the next person. Right. And it's like, if you're not sounding like nobody, then you don't got nobody that people can compare you to. And if people's not comparing you to other people, then it's like easier for you to like lose that flow of consistency if you're not delivering. Right. And for you don't sound like nobody, as we don't say it like I think 8-10 times in this interview. But because you don't sound like nobody, you're not being compared to nobody. So do you feel like, and you were just speaking about being in jail, like that hindered you a little bit in your career. So do you feel like if you lose that consistency, then you actually will fall off?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. That's why I just never I never stopped. I never quit it. Like I just always was on go. Like I just always, regardless of what, I just always made sure that I fed my fans and showed love to the world and just continue to put that shit in their face. Cause shit, out of sight, out of mind, and a motherfucker forget about you quick. So I just made sure. I just always, every time I come, I just make sure I come different, my own little unique style. Because when you in your own lane, shit, you in your own lane, you set. A motherfucker can't get next to you. So
yeah, and the beauty about you is like, even though you was in jail, people were still talking about you. So no one can really say that you ever fell off.
right.
But let's talk about this. Now let's talk about this. When you was in when you was in jail, did you get mail from the fans or not?
Somewhat, here and there.
All right, man. So all right, man. So what would they tell you as you were locked up?
Just even though me being locked up, I inspired them, and I just need to come home and just move this way and stand on business and just come home and be the best father they know I can be. So a lot of them were just giving a lot of motivational speeches and shit out. So I appreciate that.
Sure. Did they tell you what they expect out of you when you come back?
Yeah, to just go crazy. My foot on the gas.
Now I'm gonna tell you this. Now, as far as the music side, you good. You're gonna get views on that regardless. But this is another thing about today's time. And this is why I was asking, well, if you notice that's changed. A lot of people is rapping, but nowadays, if you are a rapper, they expected more than just raw music from you. They want to see personality from you, and you got a great personality. So let me ask you this: would you mind being a content creator as far as like showing your personality through a form of doing skits or attending things such as 20 versus 1?
Chicago Wave, what's your message to the youth?
It's a million things I could say to them, but if there's one thing that they need to know that I feel like they should know, I'm here for them.